Hi there everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we're going through Cyprus entries in Eurovision from 1993 until 2022. Of course, Cyprus have participated way longer than 1993, but I kind of used 1993 as a cutting point for what years to cover in these tier list ranking videos. So hope you're fine with that. I think you all understand how the tier lists work by now. 7 categories and a bunch of songs. So let's talk about all of them now. We're gonna start with 1993. This one is called Mista Matas. And it has a nice kind of little purpose. It's a little bit maybe overly cheesy, but I just kind of like the concept of it. I like that it's a duet, and I think they complement each other well. The song is moving a bit too slowly, and it is a little bit over the top in terms of its cheesiness, so I would put it in I like it, but because I do think I like the whole concept of it, and I don't really skip it when I watch it or listen to it, but just when it kind of goes on, there are a few times when I just feel like, oh, I wish they would have been a bit less kind of over the top in a sense. I do think they just kind of overly rely on the approach that they take. And it's not done with a lot of subtlety, I guess, which is kind of a major concern for me here. I like the concept of this song. I think the chorus is pretty nice as well, the melody in it, but just not all the way there. So I'll put this one in there. And in 1994, they stepped it up. I really do think so. Anthropo Kego by Evridiki. This is really great. It has such a really great melody in this one, especially when the instrumental really takes over and they allow it to being played. I'm not really sure. I'm too unfamiliar with instruments that I never played myself. But could it be a bouzouki? I don't know. But when that instrument is being allowed to shine with the melody after the first chorus, it's just one of these moments where I feel like everything just clicks. It feels so complete and so to the point of the purpose of the song. And it also goes along with her movements on stage, how she kind of steals the spotlight out from the whole vocal packaging of things, and just also gives her what she does on stage, because she starts doing this kind of slow moving dance during this section of the song. It really is just one of these indications that now we take the focus away from me, listen to the music, feel the music. One of just these small little things you can do when you perform music. It's so hard hitting for me. I really love it. And I think this song really just hammers home the whole atmosphere of the backing track, which I just really like. And then it's a very overdramatic type of vocal approach throughout the song as well. But it kind of just adds to the charm that is this song, I think. I think it's very well put together, and I like the performance of it a lot. So it's a really great one for me. And we're just moving upwards, I think, because then Stifotia came in 1995. This is fantastic. So much energy, so much creativity within the songwriting of this song. It's actually insane. I love how it moves all over the place. It's kind of musical inspired at certain parts, and at other parts it's just really dramatic and mysterious in its tone. The atmosphere here is fantastic. It's so palpable, and it's also incredibly well performed. And I love the incorporation of everyone behind him, the main performer, as well. The presentation of this is just fantastic, I think. And the verses have this kind of real, like, ancient Greek type of drama to it, which I've always just loved that kind of style. So just having that incorporation along with this more musical inspired hook, I think it's a fantastic combination of so many creative ideas and inputs that I just think it's fantastic. Honestly, that's all there is to be said about it for me. And then 1996 comes along. It's a very pretty ballad called Mono Yamas. Yeah, it's a pretty ballad. It's very well performed as well. I think it's really great. I do prefer Anthropo Keho, but Monoyamas is another really great one. It's a very pretty ballad. It's incredibly well performed, and I like the chorus of it a lot. And I think the backing track really elevates it as well. It has a very nice instrumental, but I mean the vocal performance is probably the standout part of the song. Really great one. Gonna try and blast through these a bit quicker than I usually do because, yeah, I think I usually drag out way too much. And I guess I'm gonna start dragging out a little bit now because we're gonna talk about Manamu from 1997, which is one of my favorite Eurovision songs of all time. Kind of feels like we have at least one song up in this tier every time I make a video, but this really is just fantastic in my opinion. It's flawless in every part. It has such a clear identity and purpose of what it wants to be. And it's also so incredibly catchy, I think, and memorable in every sense of the word. It has the hook, which really just imprints itself in my head. And I love how it's also incorporated with the backing vocalist, how it becomes a collective hook, like a collective singing hook. It kind of feels like a sing-along type of vibe in it. And it's also one of these hooks that you can really actually quite easily sing along to, which just adds to the whole charm of it and the invitiveness. I don't know, but I hope you understand what I mean. It feels very inviting to just sit back and listen to this song and how united and collected they are on stage as well. Really quite enjoy it, and there's also like an evolution or an elevation, I mean, in the chorus, which is a really enjoyable one, like vocal melody wise. And I also just love the instrumental behind it as well. It's this typical Greek folk-like inspired instrumental, which is so enjoyable for me personally. Love it, love it, love it to bits. Really do. And then Genesis comes along in 1998. Another really great effort. I do think so. Catchy chorus, like memorable chorus with a lot of impact to it, like the horn incorporation, and very well sung as well. Just no complaints anywhere here. Just really enjoyable. I like this one a lot. Yeah. I don't think there's much else to say about this one. But good thing then that I have way more to say about their effort in 1999. Or do I even? No, it's not a what happened here, but this is so not for me. I kind of just don't vibe with anything that this song tries to offer. It has this very club-like inspired instrumental, but there's like these arpeggio sections, especially in the chorus, where they feel so monotonous and drawn out because it's the constant just arpeggio kind of being showcased in a manner that's not really done with a purpose. It feels mostly like filler, and I don't really know what the purpose of this song actually was. I can't latch on to that when I listen to it. I don't get the main idea behind the song. It just feels like it goes on and just never clicks with me. It's just not for me. Don't really enjoy the performance of it either, but the song is just something I would never listen to under any circumstances. Yeah, that's all there is to it, really. Then we have Nomisa, which is their effort in 2000. I think this is a solid one. It's kind of in like a continuation of these quite mysterious and atmospheric entries with the Greek tone, like the Greek undertone. The Greek tone being, being an undertone in the song. It's a bit like over dramatic, I think, at parts, but still just an enjoyable package, and it's a nice variation to have in Eurovision. It always is, I do think so, with these more classically Greek entries, or Cypriot in this case. But yeah, I enjoy it, but I don't really set out to listen to it that often. I think it's a bit drawn out. It's maybe a bit over dramatic at parts, but still solid enough. Then we have Gimme, the boy band effort here from 2002. Like every time I think about this song, I just think like, oh, it's the boy band song from Cyprus. But every time I watch it, I kind of feel like this is well put together. It's not just like these, because I know there were a lot of boy bands around this time, and most of them maybe weren't that great. But I think they do nothing wrong here. They do everything a boy band should do. The song is catchy, it's energetic, really, really energetic. And I also like they've incorporated the choreography. It's memorable to watch and it's memorable to listen to. It's just really great. I think the execution of everything here is quite good. So I don't really have any complaints about this one. Really great. I'll place it up there. 2003, we have Feeling Alive. I like it. I like the hook of it, but it's just the whole package of it doesn't really connect with me. I think it just goes on for 3 minutes, and then I'm gonna be more interested in the songs that either preceded it or will come after it. But it's a nice chorus, nice enough chorus. It's somewhat well performed, but yeah, just doesn't leave an impression on me whatsoever, to be honest. Something that does leave an impression on me is their effort in 2004, Stronger Every Minute. It's very laid back, it's very minimalistic, but it also carries that emotion by using that kind of approach. I think it's a really great one. Doesn't quite have the memorability that I really would have wished for, but I think what makes it so great is that it's actually quite personally performed and also has a very just a nice kind of approach to its ambience and its atmosphere and the whole setting that it really wants to establish. And I think it becomes so personal. The lyrics are really just being put into focus here because of how much they're allowed to shine in this backing track with a vocal performance like this, because the vocal performance is very strong, and also the presentation of it on stage is quite strong. So really great effort. They got a good result from it, so well done. 2005 we're on now, yeah. El Laila. No. Like, no, this is not for me. It's catchy, and that's it. I really do think so. I don't like the performance of it. It's so kind of tacky in a sense, I think. It has a catchy hook, but that's all there is to the song, really. I think the verses are very poor. It's not very well sung either. No, it's just not for me. I don't think I can expand on that further. And then comes 2006. Why do the angels cry or something like? No, this is not for me either. It's quite unremarkable in most senses. It's pretty well sung, but the song doesn't have anything in it that really latches itself onto me. I don't get any interest from it. It just goes on, and I kind of just instantly forget about it, unfortunately. Everything that it tries to want to be, like it tries to be hard-hitting, it tries to really wake the attention from the audience. I think it just kind of fails on these aspects, or at least when they try and reach me as an audience. In 2007, they sent Comme Si Comme Ça by Evrediki again. It has a lot of energy, it has a memorable hook, it's somewhat well performed as well. I think it's solid, to be honest. I don't really have any complaints about it. It's not really one of these songs that I would ever set out to listen to, but when it comes on, I won't skip it, and it's just solid. It's a well presented, well put together pop song with an identity as well, I think. And Evrediki is a very good performer, so it's just solid. I really think that it fits quite well into that category. Now, 2008. Oh, I just realized, like, Cyprus is going to be one of these countries that really just sparks controversial opinions from my side. Femme Fatale. This is fantastic. I understand that this is really out there for me to just present that opinion, but I love everything that goes on in the stage here. It's so creatively put together. I'm loving the tempo automations throughout the song, and the song really relies on its character and attitude and personality that it really portrays and establishes throughout the song. I like the instrumental a lot because it has a very dynamic tone to it, and it's quite distinct in all of the rhythmic hits. And how that goes along with the vocal that really tries to just... The vocal is very characteristic, I think, and just constantly throughout becomes very central because the backing track adds so much just rhythm to it that the vocal can play around a lot. There's a lot of playfulness in the song, and that kind of is matched by the performance, which is also really playfully put together. I just get so much enjoyment out of it. I really do think it's a shame that it didn't do better. I'm tempted to kind of understand why other people don't like it when I love it so much. So do tell me in the comments why you don't like the song, if you don't like it, of course. But yeah, I just think everything is perfect here. I get so much enjoyment out of it. It's one of my favorite performances to watch, and it's just such a fun song. I really do think so. 2009 Fireflies, I think this one is called. I have nothing to say about it. quite poorly performed in my opinion. It's very white on stage. That's all I remember. The song is very underwhelming in my opinion. Never really goes anywhere. It really tries to rely on this kind of relaxing and maybe a little bit of an enchanting mood. But for me personally, it's just one of these settings that I can't connect to it. So it just goes on for 3 minutes, and I never set out to listen to it again. It's a shame, but that's really what it is. In 2010, they sent Life Looks Better in Spring. This is pleasant. It's really pleasant. It's a well-written, singer-songwriter, guitar, guitar-driven song with a nice band and some nice backing vocals to back it up. Really great. Like the stage layout as well. Everything is just really great about it. It doesn't really do anything extraordinary, but it's just really enjoyable for what it is during the 3 minutes. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. 2011. I'm gonna keep just being controversial here. Here we have Sanagelos Sagapisa, which is if you haven't turned off the video yet, maybe you will now. This is another one of these songs. I love the world building of this song. Like the opening section of the song with the whole it's a very atmospheric opening and really sets the mood completely for what's gonna happen. And then the kind of whispering like vocal starts. It's a very tangible setting for me personally. I get that if some people might get turned off by it, maybe get bored by it. I just think everything is so tangible in this opening. It really sets the tone, and I get intrigued and I get dragged into it instantly. Like the whole concept of these guys doing the choreography things in the opening part of the song. It's really just, it feels like such a purposeful presentation of everything as well. I just really enjoy it. And then how it switches into this more rock-inspired and hard-hitting B section of the song. It's so well put together how this lady is standing swinging some kind of ball above her head while shouting, and the whole backing track just explodes with guitars, with harsh drumming, and then throws in these like what do you call them, wind instruments to just add so much character and this kind of Greek inspiration into it. It's just one of these moments where I feel like everything has come together, and I just get overwhelmed by all of the emotions that I feel and how well executed it is. I think it sounds just fantastic, and I love this instrumentation. And then the song just goes on for like the final part of the song, like the second half of the song, just keeps this energy going, keeps this aggression and intensity going. I just like it, and I like the whole harmonization of the different vocalists as well. I really just like everything about it. I love everything about it, in all honesty. It's one of these songs where I always, whenever I want to watch a song from, or whenever I've watched the 2011 final, I always get so disappointed when I realize that this song is not in it. So I have to watch this one separately. Yeah, love it to bits. I really do. You're free to disagree with me. I don't mind. 2012, La La Love. Just a great pop song. Not the complete best performance that it could have had, but it's just such a great pop song that I have to put it in really great. Memorable hook, really high energy, just enjoyable song, well written. Everything's just really great about it. The performance I know is not top tier, and if the performance was top tier, this could have definitely been, in the top 5 that year or something like that. But still think it's just such a great song that I have to put it in really great. Then we have Anme Thimase, which is again just one of these ballads that I don't connect with at all. It's pretty well written, and I do like the performance of it, but it doesn't speak to me at all. I don't connect with it. I think it's too slow moving forward. Doesn't have anything to really latch onto here either. I'll have to put it in not for me, and I don't think I can say anything about it, to be honest. I don't have much to say about it. 2015, One Thing I Should Have Done. This is one of these songs that I remember, like back in 2015, everyone had at the very bottom of their ranking lists and such. And I understood it, like the song didn't really have anything special about it. Just goes on for 3 minutes. It's very guitar driven, quite minimalistic. But I just remember when I saw it on stage, just how incredible it was, because it's so personal, and also how the stage layout backs it up just creates this feeling of of fulfillment. I really do think so. I think this is a really great one. Maybe I'm a bit, what do you say? A bit generous with this placement. I understand maybe it's just solid, but I really just, the feeling I get from watching the performance, I just feel like it's really great. And then I have to put it here. I don't think I need to explain it further than that. It's also pretty well written. I like the whole storytelling aspect of the song as well. In 2016, they sent a rock song called Alter Ego or -1. I don't remember what's the group name and what's the song title. Excuse me for that. There is some energy in the song. I don't think that's being really matched by the live performance, unfortunately. I don't get the point of caging in your musicians when you try and kind of have this energetic, intense performance for a very intense rock song. Not really connecting with the chorus of it either. I don't think it has that real explosive impact that it really wants to have. But still, I'm a big rock fan, so I still like it, of course. But I just feel like so many parts of the execution here weren't really what I wanted them to be. And I think the power of the song and the aggression of it isn't quite there, because they really try and be quite aggressive and intense with the approach they've taken. But I don't think it really clicks. I think the production quality of it is not really on par with what it has to be. And I think there needs to be a bit more polishing for this one to really reach all the way, for me personally. Then we have Gravity from 2017. I just see how many songs I put in really great. I think this is really great as well. I love the choreography of it. But I think that maybe I need to move down a few songs from this one, because there's a lot of just really great here, and maybe not all of it should be in the same tier. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move down 2015 here. That's solid. Yeah. Gravity is a really memorable song, I think. It's very well produced. It has a memorable hook, I think. I really just enjoy listening to the hook of it. I enjoy the performance a lot with the choreography. It's very well polished in a lot of aspects and well executed, I think, as well. Just really enjoyable. Yeah, really not much more to say about it. I think everything's just good about it. And then we have Fuego. Yeah, Fuego is also really great. I know a lot of people think this is top tier of all Eurovision songs of all time. It's just not my type of music. I'm going to be completely honest. I think the instrumental hook of it is not really what I enjoy most about instrumental hooks. I think there's a lack of dynamic to it. But what really just sets this apart is, of course, the performance and how high intensity and energy it is. It's just very impressive how the choreography works and how everything's just presented here. Even though the song just doesn't really click with me, I think the presentation of it is what really just pushes this over the line and makes it into a really great effort. Yeah, has to be up here. Then comes El Diablo. I don't know how harsh I'm going to be, because again, this is not my type of music, and this one doesn't really have the same like impressive presentation that I think. Wait, did I say El Diablo? I meant Replay. Yeah, sorry about that one. Replay. Yeah, I think everything I just said can be said about this one too, though. The song is, it has a catchy hook, and it's well produced. It's very well produced. But it doesn't click for me. It's not my type of music at all. And I get the whole point of it. I think the hook is quite dominant in its beat. It's well produced. It really has really tries to rely on its production quality more than anything else, because I think the songwriting and the arrangement of the song is not very impressive at all. It's just something that I don't click with. But the production quality is there. They've been ambitious in performing it and staging it and everything. The presentation of it is ambitious. Maybe I'll be nice. I'll put it in solid, because it's solid enough. It's just not something that I really latch onto. So yeah. Then we have Running, 2020. I guess I like some aspects of it, but it's just one of these songs that I think the hook is quite monotonous. It's this Medusa-inspired type of hook, but doesn't really work with me. It doesn't have that energy that I want it to have. It's kind of draggy in its build-up sections, I think. I do like the atmosphere of the song and the sound design and I guess the instrumentation also to a certain degree. It's very well produced in that sense, but I just can't latch onto it. I think it's quite monotonous and uninteresting, in all honesty. Yeah, I'll have to put it down here. And it's gonna get some company here. El Diablo is not. It's just not my thing. It's just not my thing at all. I think. Yeah, this song is just. It doesn't have anything for me that it really offers and wants to be enjoyable for me personally. I think the songwriting is quite poor. The melody is not very memorable in my opinion. Maybe other people think that. It's fine. I think the presentation again is what is really ambitious about this one. It's just a normal pop song for me, with some fun ideas in there. I like how they cut out the music for the build up, to really just kind of create a more hard hitting impact for the chorus. But overall, the whole thing just doesn't have anything that really interests me. And I think the vocal side of things, like the melodic wise, it's quite underwhelming throughout. Especially the verses, I think, are, it's kind of a bit on the attitude driven prioritization, I guess. Like they prioritized attitude and kind of this mumble singing or mumble, not a mumble rapping, but it's quite mumbly in its vocal melody delivery in the verses, which I just don't like. And it really tries to it really showcases that they want to deliver the production quality of it is what really should be remembered by the song. Yeah, I just don't connect with it. Sorry, it has to be down here. And then Ella comes along. I really like this song, I really do, but it just didn't click live. So I guess that has to put it in here. I want to put it in solid because I think it's on par with these songs up here. But if I look at the reasonings for the different tiers, I do like the song a lot, but I didn't really like it when I saw it performed. It felt way too uninteresting and just way too flat. It just moved on for 3 minutes and there was nothing really that piqued my interest about it. It's more a song better suited to just listen to in your earphones and just get dragged into this little world and place that they've built with the track here. I guess not a song for the stage. Simple as that. And that's my tier list for Cyprus. I'm glad we don't have anything down here, at least. Although I do feel like some of these songs I could have put it down here. But no, let's be like this. This is my tier list for Cyprus Eurovision entries in Eurovision. Yeah, Eurovision entries in Eurovision. Well said. Do tell me what you would change in my tier list. I bet a lot because I think I've been a bit controversial with quite a lot of picks here. But do tell me what you would change about this list in the comments, and I'm looking forward to reading all about that. Hope to also see you in the next video where we will rank the Czech Republic, the songs from the Czech Republic. So be on the lookout for that one. Hope to see you in that one, and take care of yourselves until then, and bye-bye.